Hello, I'm Dennis Taylor, and welcome to a special presentation of the Opera Den. The following program was recently presented to a live audience at my retirement community. Residents were invited to share a glass of wine or beer with their friends in the auditorium. I chose a program that assumed minimal prior knowledge of opera. I wanted to show a different side of an art form that can be elitist and stuffy. In this presentation, we're going to have some fun with opera. You know, if we were doing word associations, the words fun and opera might not seem like an intuitive pairing. Operas can be difficult to comprehend and sometimes unbearably long. To counteract this perception, today I'm going to show you some entertaining videos that shed a different light on opera. I'm going to start with a few videos that tie in with wine and beer. Then I'm going to shift gears and show some lighthearted video clips featuring some opera singers, as well as some popular performers you would not normally associate with opera. Let's get this party started with a champagne toast from Johann Strauss Jr.'s Die Fledermaus. The second act of this opera is one long party scene with some lively music and comic situations. The opera takes place in Vienna on New Year's Eve. A masquerade party is being hosted by an eccentric, wealthy Russian named Prince Orlovsky, a role that is often sung by a mezzo-soprano. The scene begins with the prince praising the champagne as the king of wines and is joined by Gabriel von Eisenstein, then followed by his wife's maid, Adele. This video is from a 2017 Welsh National Opera production featuring Emma Carrington as Orlovsky, Mark Stone as Eisenstein, and Rhian Lois as Adele. Even though it's sung in English, it's challenging to make out all of the words, so I'll help you out a bit. The chorus sings, "Drink up, the modern thing we all adore, bow before. Heavenly champagne will be our drink forevermore." And in reference to monks who make their own wine, Eisenstein says, "The boys in their devotion deserve a rosy potion. As long as wine is flowing, their noses will be glowing."
Drink up, drink up, drink up. One morning when we all adore, now before, heavenly champagne be our king evermore. Champagne is our money forever. In Celsius not a chilly, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Monks are not so silly, tra-la-la-la-la-la. They moisten their devotions with certain rosy potions. As long as wine is growing, their noses will be glowing. Drink up, in wine or men of brothers, in one above all others, in one above all others. Drink up, drink up, drink up. One monarch then we all adore, bow before, heavenly champagne be our king forevermore. One monarch then we all adore, bow before, heavenly champagne be our king evermore. Champagne is our money forever. Drink up, drink up, drink up. One more up and we all adore, before heavenly champagne be our king forevermore. One more up and we all adore, before heavenly champagne be our king forevermore.
Donizetti's comic opera, The Elixir of Love, is set in the early 19th century in a rural Italian village. A wealthy young woman named Adina tells a group of her friends about a book she's reading, The Legend of Tristan and Isolde, who fell in love with each other after drinking a magical love potion. Nemorino, a poor peasant, is hopelessly in love with Adina, and after overhearing this conversation, wishes that he had some of that magic drink. A short while later, it appears that he may have found what he's been looking for. Accompanied by a brass fanfare in the village square, a traveling salesman arrives with a wagon full of what he claims is a magical elixir. Italian bass baritone Ildebrando D'Arcangelo relishes the role of Duke Amara. Let's watch as he tells the villagers about the amazing properties of his elixir.
E questo l'odontalgico mirabile liquore dei topi e delle cimici possente distruttore, i cui certificati autentici bollati toccar vedere e leggere a ciaschedun farò. Per questo mio specifico, simpatico, prolifico, un settuagenario e valetudinario, nonno di 10 bamboli ancora diventò, di 10 o 20 bamboli fin nonno diventò. Per questo tocche sana, in breve settimana, più d'una afflitta vedova di piangere cessò. O voi matrone rigide, ringioni bramate, le vostre rughe incomode, con esso cancellate, volete voi donzelle, bellissima aver la pelle, voi giovani galanti, per sempre avere amanti. Comprate il mio specifico, per pochi io ve lo do, per pochi io ve lo do, per pochi io ve lo do. Da bravi giovinotti, da brave vedovette, comprate il mio specifico, per pochi io ve lo do. E nuovi paralitici, spedisci gli apopletici, gli asmatici, gli aspitici, gli asterici, i diabetici, guarisci timpanitidi, e scrofoler rachitidi, e fino al mal di fegato che in moda diventò. Mirabile per i cimici, mirabile per il fegato, guarisci i paralitici, spedisci gli apopletici, comprate il mio specifico, voi vedove donzelle, voi giovani galanti, per pochi io ve lo do. Avanti, avanti, vedove, avanti, avanti, bamboli, comprate il mio specifico, per pochi io ve lo do, sì, sì, per pochi io ve lo do, sì, sì, per pochi io ve lo do, sì, sì, per pochi io ve lo do. L'ho portato per la posta da lontano 1000 miglia, mi direte quanto costa, quanto vale la bottiglia? 100 scuri? No, 30, no, 20, nessuno si sgomenti, per provarvi il mio contento, dissi amico accoglimento, io vi voglio buona gente, uno scudo regalare. Uno scudo veramente più bravo non si può dare, non si può dare, non si può dare. Ecco qua, così stupendo, si balsamico elisire, tutta Europa sa che io vendo niente men di 9 lire. Ma siccome pur palese io son nato nel paese, per 3 lire a voi lo cedo, sol 3 lire a voi richiedo. Gaetano, musica!
Sometimes there's the perception in our society that beer drinkers are less refined and sophisticated than wine drinkers. I'd like to dispel this notion by showing a short video clip of some beer lovers at the opera. The fellow on the left asks, "How did we get roped into this?"
How did we get roped into this?
Don't worry. I got enough for both of us.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
First time at the opera place?
Smetana's comic opera, The Bartered Bride, is a national institution in the Czech Republic and is enjoyed by people of all ages. This opera contains some lovely melodic tunes, a lively polka, and an enthusiastic beer chorus. The villagers sing, "Beer is no doubt a gift from heaven. It chases away worries and troubles and imparts strength and courage to men. Without beer we would cut a poor figure. There's so much trouble in the world that foolish is he who cares too much." Now I'm going to switch gears just a bit and show some vignettes in settings outside of a traditional opera house. Most operas begin with a prelude or an overture, and one of the most popular and easily recognized overtures is Rossini's William Tell. The final trumpet charge was used at the beginning of the 1950s TV show The Lone Ranger. Here's a very exciting version of that overture performed by the legendary guitar player Glenn Campbell.
When I was a kid, the first Western movie, the movie period, they had a little theater in D-Line, Arkansas, I saw was The Lone Ranger and Tonto. And what impressed me most was, and it just really knocked me out. And you know what, I said, oh Lord, let me be able to play that one day, because I was playing guitar at that age. And I learned to play it, I really did, man. Whether I make mistakes or not, you probably won't notice it anyway, it's a dadgum fast. But I'd like to do it in remembrance of Clayton Moore, my first Western hero, and Jay Silverhill. See, they were really something else. Hi-oh, Silver, away! Get 'em up, Scout!
Finnish soprano Sirkka Lamminen sings the laughing song from Die Fledermaus in a concert performance. The maid Adele, who you saw portrayed in today's first piece, has encountered her master at the masquerade party. She laughs nervously at him as a way of avoiding his flirtatious advances. But you won't see any stage production where the aria ends like this. We tend to associate gymnastic moves more with women, but men can get into this endeavor also. I want to introduce you to a unique talent in the opera world. Polish countertenor Jakub Józef Orlinski has made quite a splash, mostly in the repertoire of Baroque operas. You may not be familiar with the countertenor voice, but if you approach with an open mind, you can't help but be taken with Orlinski's exuberant personality and the purity of his voice. Here's a brief video from 2019 that will give you a preview of his talents as a singer and breakdancer.
Hello everyone, my name is Jakub Józef Orlinski and I am a countertenor and I'm here at the Classic FM offices. So what I love about mixing breakdancing, so like a hip-hop culture and the opera world, is that actually they have quite a lot of things in common. At the beginning I didn't think that it's possible, but actually you can take a lot of from the one art form and put it into the other one. And it's not like about I don't like to do like a trick because I can do a trick, but you can do actually a lot of things with body awareness on stage. So that's why I feel very, very comfortable when I'm performing opera, like staged opera, like Rinaldo now in Glyndebourne, or when I do concerts, because I'm just aware of my body. So the countertenor voice is basically we use the technique of falsetto. So basically when you have a chord, like your chords, which look basically like this, usually when you're using your natural voice, you are using the whole chords to vibrate. And if you're using the falsetto, like the head voice, you are using usually just the edges of the chords. So that's why you can sing so high. So this is what a countertenor voice is. I am currently singing in a Rinaldo production at Glyndebourne, and it is sort of funny because I was contracted to do Eustachio, so like a secondary sort of role, which is a smaller role, and after 2 weeks of rehearsals, our primary cast member who sang Rinaldo had to withdraw from personal reasons, so the artistic director invited me to his office to ask if I want to jump in, and I jumped in, so now I'm singing the title role of Rinaldo in Glyndebourne, and I'm super happy about that.
After winning several prestigious singing competitions in the late 1980s, Welsh bass baritone Bryn Terfel has been an international star for over 30 years now. He started out singing mostly Mozart roles, but in later years branched out and has sung such heavyweight roles as Wotan in Wagner's Ring Cycle and the Tsar Boris Godunov. In addition to his opera performances, he's also a recitalist and enjoys certain musicals as well. Here he is singing the very popular song from Fiddler on the Roof.
I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a biddy-biddy rich, idle-diddle-diddle man, I'd see my wife, my gold, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oi, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. Oi, hast du verkauft der Kirche? The most important man in town will come and follow me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Reptavie, pardon me, Reptavie, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Bye-bye, bye, bye-bye, bye, bye-bye. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you'll really know. If I were a rich man, all the day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-done. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Or would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy
19th century Italian opera composer Gaetano Donizetti wrote a number of operas with extreme demands on the singers. One of the most challenging arias is from the comic opera The Daughter of the Regiment. In the final minute of this aria, the tenor must navigate 9 high Cs. It's a frightening prospect for even the bravest singer. 2 contemporary tenors, Lawrence Brownlee and Michael Spires, came up with a clever way to share the load. Here's an excerpt from a joint concert in 2021.
Shenanigans.
Oh
and what's he? Militare Marie, por
What I'm about to show you is the result of an interesting collaboration between stars in two very different styles of singing. Freddie Mercury, the flamboyant lead singer of the rock group Queen, was a dynamic singer with an amazing vocal range. Spanish soprano Montserrat Caballé was an international star and one of the very finest opera singers of her generation. Mercury was an opera fan and first saw Caballé perform at the Royal Opera House in London in 1981. They met and really hit it off. Mercury and Caballé sang together at Live Aid charity concert in 1985. The next year, while on tour in Spain, Mercury was being interviewed on a radio program and was asked who has the best voice in the world. His answer, quote, "I'm not just saying this because I'm in Spain, but as far as I'm concerned, Montserrat Caballé has the best voice of anybody in existence," unquote. In October 1986, Barcelona was awarded the Summer Olympic Games to be held in 1992. A few months later, Caballé, a native of Barcelona, was asked to help produce a song for the Games. She asked Freddie Mercury to collaborate. The song was co-written by her and Mercury and became part of a best-selling album of duets. Unfortunately, it was not selected as the official song for the Games, and Mercury died in 1991. But the song lives on in videos, and I think you'll agree that Mercury and Caballé make quite a dynamic duo.
I had this perfect dream.
Sueño me envolvió.
This dream was me and you.
Tal vez estás aquí.
I want all the world to see.
El instinto me guiaba.
Miracle sensation, my guide and inspiration. Now my dream is slowly coming true. The wind is a gentle breeze. The bells are ringing out. They're calling begin. Let the music play. Make the voices sing. Start the celebrations. And cry, come alive, and shake the foundations from the sky.
At the Grammy Awards in 1998, the great Italian tenor Luciano Pavarotti was scheduled to receive a Grammy Living Legend Award and appear as a headline act singing the aria Nessun Dorma from Puccini's opera Turandot. There was just one problem. About 10 minutes after the Grammy Awards program had gone live in New York City, Pavarotti called the producer to say, "I have a sore throat. I'm sorry, but I cannot sing tonight. But don't worry, I'll come back and sing for you next year." The production team was in all-out panic mode. Next year? What are we going to do tonight? How can we possibly find a replacement on such short notice? Then producer Ken Ehrlich remembered he had just seen Aretha Franklin sing her version of that aria 2 days prior at a gala tribute to Pavarotti. Fortunately, she was in the house and willing to substitute for Pavarotti. There was not even time for a rehearsal. Let's watch the Queen of Soul put her own stamp on this well-known aria.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aretha Franklin.
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. Tu pure, oh principessa, nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza.
secret lies, and what his name is, none shall know, none shall on thy eyes. I confess it, soon as morning light shall oh, Prince, then shall my kisses break the silence that made thee mine.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that you will join me at my next Opera Den presentation as part of Black History Month next February. And please check out other presentations on my YouTube channel, The Opera Den.